But Nashua, all the deep voices. You got quite a deep voice sometimes when you want it. When the markets go down, you got a deep voice, and it's very high. Well, not too highly pitched today, is it? Down, only down slightly.
We were down slightly. We were down a lot more on weaker European and US markets, but I'm sure US markets will pick up. But if you look at the gainers and losers, they were equally matched. So there was many shares that went up, that went down. Mainly gold and bank shares were the weaker sector, but broadly still buying coming in. Still a lot of buying.
Interesting to see. It was a bit of a slide through the day, a bit of an uptick just around 4 o'clock when the Americans were open, and then a little bit lower after that. I suppose lots of uncertainty around the world.
There's still uncertainty, and people are now struggling to read the next 6 months. Will results come up? Will we start to see genuine recovery in the market? Because I think a lot of companies in America that are reporting better results are coming from cost cutting. So you need top line to drive share prices higher. So there's still uncertainty, but in the meantime, I think the bulls are in the ascendancy. They're not, people are still quite happy to come into the market at these levels.
Well, you can see that by some of the more speculative stocks. Uranium 1 above 20 Rand again. I see that's up 7%. Then you've got Peregrine up 6.25%. Old Mutual, which is a speculative stock nowadays, given its huge exposure to American corporate bonds, that was up by 5% today. So, and then Famous Brands up 4% on its deal with the purchase of Mug and Bean.
I think Famous Brands justifies it. I think there's a lot of support for quality companies. So, in fact, if you look at the industrial market, it's probably the strongest segment on the market. There's widespread buying of industrial shares. We also seen, you talk about turnaround situations. Old Mutual was 4.50 in March. It's now 12 Rand, so that's almost 3 times. It's all gained almost 3 times.
David, is it that South Africa has missed the bullet, or South African companies' profits have missed the bullet? Are we expecting, because that's what this market is telling us, that South African company profits are not going to fall that terribly.
In other words, we're getting a re-rating, an upward rating in PEs. That
worries me a little bit.
Or
it's a very inefficient market.
Yeah, that worries me a little bit, because if you look at the results that come out and you look at the outlook by our leaders, there's no one saying that things are going to turn around dramatically. Yes, I think there's a lot of bravery, as we've heard now with Anglo-Plats, where they're expecting
95% down in their profits.
I know. Well, yeah, but he's expecting Mr. Nicholas expecting prices to go up. He's expecting higher production or better demand. Costs are under control, and that's why the market's remaining where it is. But one doesn't read very positively into the results. The outlook is not, we've turned the bottom. Still a lot of discussion about where we'll be in the next 6 months.